I don't know if symbiosis, psychosis is a term that people use, but I want to coin it for this movie. Let's jump into the new Screamboat. A seemingly routine late night ferry ride in New York descends into chaos when an ordinary mouse undergoes a terrifying transformation. So, this comes from director Stephen LaMorte, who you might have known from his work in The Mean One. It also has David Howard Thornton, you know, the guy that is Art the Clown in Terrifier. I have done an interview with him about this movie, so I'll stick up a link here so you can check that out if you want. There's been a number of films like this that have become public domain where people have taken those children's stories and become really serious films. And because of that, they don't work. They're pretty crap. There's a one that was Three Blind Mice. They took themselves too seriously. There's a number of others. And the ones that don't, that kind of jump into the cheese, jump into the gore in a comical way, ends up being some of those films that people love. Now, we're gone from places where people used to love B horror movies, low budget movies, you know, throwing body parts at the screen, gore, and, you know, people making stupid decisions. That is a tried and tested formula when it comes to these type of films. And then adding humor into it as well, because the whole idea of a 2-foot mouse, you know, killing people is ridiculous. And taking the Steamboat Willie theme and making it a Screamboat Willie theme, and then having Art the Clown do that, again, is humorous. Just thinking about that, going, well, how can anybody take that seriously? Thankfully, they haven't done that. And the balance between horror and gore and comedy mixed in together with our leading actor, you know, Art the Clown, playing these mannerisms as the mouse, between horrific momentary looks where the mouse will turn and stare at you, to the costume that is ridiculous, to then the humorous moments where the mouse is kind of doing a little tap dance like the character used to do, or, you know, speaking like, it doesn't actually talk, but makes those sounds like Mickey, you know, oh, here we go, that kind of thing. That is what you get in here. It's not a good film at all, but neither should it be. There's a lot of fun to be had in here, and the reason why I coined that phrase symbiosis psychosis is because there's a bunch of things that people just take for granted. We have a bunch of people that are New Yorkers that might not be from New Yorkers, but they're on the Staten Island ferry that's going past the Statue of Liberty a number of times, it would seem, with some of the shots. And these people are all like, you know, stereotypical, hey, I'm walking here. You know, exactly like you'd expect, or you used to see a caricature of the type of people that you would get in New York and how they would speak. Every type of caricature character you get on this ferry, from the drunk to the people that are partying, that just want to be more drunk and enjoy everything that they can, making everybody else's world miserable because they're being loud and noisy. There are characters in this you can't wait to die. And the deaths themselves are hilarious. You don't always get to see them. It's kind of, some of the stuff happens off screen and then you see a massive blood splatter. But when you do get to see the deaths, they're gory, creative, and there is a death scene in this film that I've never seen on any other film. It was hilarious. I think this is a really fun watch. It doesn't take itself seriously. It knows what it is, and what it sets out to do is give you a gory, entertaining ride from a childhood IP. And because of that, I think people are going to flock to this. It was a $2 million budget. It's already in pre-sales made $12 million, so it's, you know, it's done well. But don't go into this thinking, oh, this is going to be a really interesting horror comedy movie. No, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's the type of film you want to watch with friends and laugh together, or, you know, having a couple of drinks. Not necessarily a film you want to watch with dinner because of the gore and the blood, but it is definitely like a party movie. You can enjoy the experience with people in a full cinema or at home with friends. I think all of that really works. Tyler Posey's in this briefly, so if you're a fan of Tyler Posey, don't expect him to have a huge part. He doesn't. I think what you can expect is ridiculous cheats with the camera of how to show a 2-foot mouse being scary. costume movements from a great actor that does physical theater really well, and really comedic deaths and gory moments that make this a fun one-time watch. So I'm going to give this 3.5 Nicolas Cages out of 5.
You got one.
With the caveat knowing that it's not a good film, but the enjoyment is why I give that score. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know, what is your favorite movie from these public domain IPs now that is public domain that you think they've done really well? I know Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 1 wasn't well received, and people enjoyed that because of how crap it was. But I hear that number 2 is much better. I haven't seen those yet. I plan to still get to them one day when I can bring myself to be in the mood for watching those. I'm a big fan of the Sharknado films, and I know those are poo, but I enjoy them because they know what they are, and the people in them enjoy making those films because they know what the audience wants. So let me know, are you going to check this out? Are you going to go to the cinema to watch it? I know it's exclusively at View in the UK, but I'm pretty sure it'll be on streaming very soon. Again, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Have a great week. Check out my new reviews coming out this week. We've got a lot there coming. Most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.